Sorry about the, oh, so sorry.
Yeah, okay. That's a good intro to my video.
Sure, let's go for it.
Next week it is. Week 2. We're sorry
This is
for
what
week
happens
1.
when Smappy asks me, are you ready to go? And I'm like, yeah, I'm ready to go. And then I'm like, oh, wait, no, not yet. No, I actually am ready. I'm fine. Okay. Now, I would like to share some hints and sorry, hints and precautions about raising your monsters.
I think it's like, how many videos was it, dude? Just 1 week? I thought you were apologizing for that. You're like, I'm sorry, this took so long for 1 week.
No, I was going to apologize for something else, but...
Okay.
Well, and then I apologized for saying I was ready when I was about to do something else, and... Anyway.
Shame on you.
Do
I need to pause already?
No, we're good. Let's see now. Yes, first I'd like to talk about precautions for the tent.
Don't burn it.
If you go to the tent, you can see how your monster's training is going. But you can't just sit back and watch.
No, we'll just leave and go shopping in town instead.
If a monster skips his training, it means that his fatigue or stress levels are getting quite high.
If I remember right in this game, sorry. I shouldn't watch Skyrim in the background. Oh my gosh. Oh no. If I remember right, fatigue and stress aren't that hard to control in this game. Unlike in 2, we're just looking at them, stressed them out to the point where they ran away. So
Like, yeah, you had to like buy mint like crazy in that game.
yeah, I don't remember fatigue and stress being that hard in this game. As long as you don't constantly do hardest training, I don't think you really need to worry about it. Or your monster's just naturally stressed out, because you can get monsters that are like that. But
Just high-strung monsters.
yeah, there actually is personality traits to get them easily high-strung.
Hmm.
But we won't have any of those, so...
If you keep working him, he might get injured or sick. So, talk to your monster and try and care for him in a way that will avoid these kinds of problems.
Yeah, generally it's good juju to talk to your monster every week, like I did when it said there are no visible problems. You just do that every week. That might be why I've never had a problem with stress, because I always do that, so... Oh, you're already done?
And time to start this week's meeting. First, check your schedule.
So you'll notice that the motivation actually went up a little. Let me go back to information. Yeah, see, his motivation's actually filled up because he was practicing. Okay. Well, let's actually talk to Nayuta here. So we can do it from CD, we can do it from a saucer, like we have in our backpack, or we can do it from the book, which is pretty nice. I'm going to actually do it from the saucer. And yeah, so she says, my breeding capacity is full. Do you want to just save it in the book? So this is actually a really nice feature, because a lot of times they're like, oh, you can't do that because you don't have enough room. Well, this game will let you just register it in the book, so later I can just regenerate from the book.
Nice.
So the reason my breeding capacity is full is because I only have 1 trainer right now, so yeah, we'll just do this real quick. Yes, the saucer is okay. Won't you join me in my pain of doing this a whole bunch of times? We'll watch it once. Actually, wait. Have we already watched this?
Once.
I think you can skip through it, but we'll just watch it one more time. I like the butterfly. Butterfly! Okay. So we have a gelatine. He's actually got well-rounded stats. Yeah, she always says something. Create from their saucer.
Oh, I meant well-rounded because it's a mochi. And they're always a bit well-rounded.
Probably in the future I'll probably just pause when I do this, so you don't have to watch it. It's a green Suezo, so well named.
I've been raising those like crazy.
I was
in my
actually
Monster
going to
Rancher.
ask, in the mobile game they don't have child forms, right?
No, they don't. They're just adult the entire time.
Do the green Suezos still have the leaves on the sides like they do here?
Let me pull it up and check quickly. I think they do. Actually, no, I think they don't.
Yeah, some of them, some Monster Ranchers do have them and some don't, and that's actually my favorite feature of the green ones, or the plant ones.
I was gonna say, yeah, I mean, I pretty much have had one of those in my breeding queue the entire game. There aren't any guidance though in the mobile one.
Really?
I'd forgotten that until we saw them, and I was like, oh yeah, I haven't seen those guys. Well, yeah, the picture of them has a leaf on the side. Let me get the 3D model up. It's gonna take me a second. I apparently had a battle ready to go.
Pumpkin duck. No, will not create from their saucer. Okay, so we got that done. Let's go ahead and save.
Yeah, they have little little leaves on their sides.
That's good. So yeah, when we save, it shows where we are, which is Kolno. This is the city we're in. Our name and what monsters we have and what time of the year it is. So it's actually kind of nice when they show you what monsters you've got. Schedule! Oh, we do training. Well, that was exciting. We're closed for the week. Oh, crud muffins! I forgot to give her cake last week.
Oh.
Do you want your cake? You took too long. I don't need it anymore. Oh, crud. Yeah, so she gives it to me. You can keep the change, too. You gotta be generous sometimes. Yeah. I knew I had a reason to go back to the tent. Oh, well. That's not that big of a deal. You just make them happier. And sometimes they want items for their monsters, and their monsters' motivation will go up, or different things will happen if you do what they ask. Sometimes it can be obnoxious what they ask for, but we'll talk to them. They're not seeing any particular problems. Yeah, okay. I don't think the store is restocked on discs, but we'll check anyway. I'm not gonna check every freaking week. That'd be a little excessive, but I will check often.
Yeah, I was about to ask if this was like the regular pattern, like every week you kind of go through this routine.
Well, I think it changes every month, not every week, but it's been so long. Yeah, it hasn't changed, so... There's nothing else going in town, so... If major events will always happen at the tent, so it's not like you have to go looking around for major events generally.
Sometimes the monsters will want a particular kind of food. Don't be stingy. Feed them the food that they want. Even if you don't have it right at the moment, there will still be time to go to town and buy it for them.
Yeah, which is what I just failed at.
Well, time to start this week's meeting. First, check your schedule.
So I believe we've just... Oh. Never mind. I don't know what I'm talking about. Let's just end the week. I'm pretty sure he won't let us do anything new. I know he's doing push-ups over here. Yeah, there's no problems. Okay. End of the week. Weeks go by quickly.
Well, it looks like Serana has learned all his tricks.
Her tricks.
Her tricks. I think we should start preparing a show soon.
Okay. Like how I shook my head. Okay.
Once the monster's motivation is up, you can decide in the meeting when to put on a show. This time I scheduled a show for next week. Check it yourself in the meeting.
So he scheduled it himself, dork.
No show means the monsters don't develop.
You can't just train all the time. They won't develop without being in a show. That's very important, so don't forget.
Let's just do it. If you're not confident about your trick, practice it with the Orkoro egg.
So you'll notice that when we've been practicing, our stats haven't gone up at all for anything. That's because the stats only go up after you do a show. So yeah, next week.
Time to start this week's meeting, blah blah blah.
Yeah, I don't think you need to say that every time. So, usually you want to save. If it says next week is a show, just go ahead and save. That's generally what you want to do, because sometimes you can completely screw up a show, even if you know what you're doing, because, like, your phone could ring, and timing is everything in a show, and something could happen, so even if you're, like, really perfect at a show, it's just save before you do it. Because a bad show can really be detrimental in this game, because it's the only time you get stats, sometimes for months, so... Yeah, there's no particular problems. Okay. We'll just go to next week. We'll go to a show. Oh, I have time for a whole show, right? Dang it, I didn't think about that.
Yeah, you probably do.
Be a really long video. So yeah, the whole week is taken up by the show.
Welcome to the Orkoro Circus. The show is about to begin. time for the show at last. Good luck!
Oh yeah, now you get to explain everything.
First, look at the upper center of the screen. This is the time counter. When it reaches 0, the show is over. Next, look at the lower right of the screen. This is the radar. If you look at this window, you can see which direction the monsters with low scores are in. The audience is waiting. That's enough explanation for now. It's time for Smappy to go on!
So you'll notice in front of me, the egg is bouncing around. That means it's ready for his turn. Right now we only have one monster, so it's pretty obvious. But later on, when we have like 5 going at once, it's easy to see. It's easier to see the ones that are ready, because you can actually do the same monster 2 or 3 times in a show. But there's a cooldown time for each one after you've done it. So
when the monster is ready to perform, the Orkoro egg on the stage will light up.
I thought you just said you were done explaining.
No. First, touch this when it is lit up.
So normally a gadget would pop out right there, but since I don't have a gadget, nothing popped out.
Let's have Smappy do something using a musical instrument.
Yeah, we also have what's-her-face dancing with us, because the only trick we have as a person is playing the accordion, and that's pretty boring, apparently.
Remember the colors of the melody commands displayed to the lower left of the screen.
Yeah, so he's explaining the one I've already explained.
Marks will come down the slot rail on the left-hand side of the screen. When a mark that is the same color as the melody command overlaps with it, press the X button.
I never understood this part of the game, because they're all like, practice, 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 and then they assumed you've never done this when you come to the show.
Yeah.
I think it's just in case that you didn't know what you were doing or something.
Still, though, it should be able to know.
Yeah.
If you do it correctly, the number of melody commands will decrease. There are 5 songs this time. Good luck. Be sure to clear them before the time gauge reaches 0.
Stupid phone. Just ignore it.
An evaluation of your performance will appear in the upper right of the screen. 100 points is perfect.
I generally get pretty close to 100 most of the time, if I don't get 100. But later on it'll be really hard, like sometimes 60 is really good.
If Smappy performs well, the monster will also give a good performance. Give it a try.
Unfortunately, I won't be able to talk too much while I'm doing this, so sorry. Oh, crud. Yes, good job. That should... Oh, no, I'm being called. That should make your monster very happy. I wonder if my phones are ringing.
Your score is recorded on the radar.
We got 100.
In this window, you can also see how excited the audience is.
Yeah, I think they're still asleep. Yeah.
If the performance is good, the audience may throw money at you. Smappy is agile and can pick them up, but do it casually. Your money is at the bottom left of the screen. If you get distracted by the coins and spend too much time in between performances, I may start without you.
Yeah, pretty much he's that's not an empty threat. If you take too long, he'll just pick one randomly, and for some reason it always feels like he's picked the one that really doesn't need to go next. So, honestly, pick a path and just pick up money along the way, but don't go out of your way to get money.
Try practicing from the time you have left, with the time you have left, blah blah blah.
Okay, we'll pick it. Well, we already got a score of 100, so there's no reason for us to start the next one. So he'll probably... I'll let him force us into it. But, okay, yeah, I've seen the... If you look at... Oh. You didn't just pick one for me, did you? Are you gonna make me do it again? Yes. Snot. Oh, watch me do it again. Marvelous. The trick here is to push it slightly too early. If you push right on it, you'll almost always miss it. Like, I tried to push right on it, and it's like, miss. Yeah, you'll notice his eyes popped out on the sides. If you look really carefully. I don't think they'll throw money out again since they've already watched him do that trick. Yeah, but you'll notice that he's got a score of 100 right there. And yeah, he has a little light above his head when he's ready, so you can see it there as well. Yeah, normally it's just more interesting when you have more monsters. You don't just do the same one over and over. And the higher the gadget, the longer it takes for them to refresh. Like, since he's got no gadget, he's refreshing really quickly. Which is kind of annoying since I got 100 the first time. Success!
So is the objective to get 100 on each of them in the course of the performance, and then you're done with that particular one?
Yeah, you want 100 on each monster. Because that's the percentage of stat gain they'll get.
Okay. It's almost time for the finale. Get together, everyone! This is the score, income, and popularity of the Circus group.
Oh, is that all he's gonna say? So yeah, he got a score of 100, that's how much motivation he had.
This is the amount of monster growth for this time.
So I got 4 in everything, because he's not on a gadget, so he didn't really have anything specific we were working on. So that's the maximum amount of growth he could have gotten for the motivation level he had. This is why the first monster's never the best one in this game, is because they keep you from using really good stuff.
Excuse me, sir. Is the circus master here? Yes, I'm the ringmaster of the Okoro Circus. My name is Albert, and may I help you? I'm terribly sorry to bother you, sir. I'm the mayor of my village. Morgan Donovan is the name. But please call me Morgan, sir.
No, you didn't want to talk to us. Make up your mind. The village mayor? Such an important man doesn't need to be so formal with me. Come, come, let's speak as friends. First of all, he wasn't talking to you.
Yes, sir. But I would hate to cause offense, sir. You see, the fact is, I came seeking help from that young man over there.
So, you're talking to everyone but me, but you want my help? Me? Am I in trouble?
That's why he wants help. No, it's just... We saw you at the circus the other day. You are very good with the monsters.
Oh, one of them.
A true master of monster breeding. Other breeders would surely quail to see it.
First of all, we've had this monster for 2 weeks. No, 4 weeks. It hasn't fought. All it did was dance around in a circle, and it's obviously better than everyone else's.
Wait, what does that say? Does that say quail or qual or what is that?
It says quail. That's what it looks like to me.
I don't even know what that verb means.
I still got lots to learn. I can read. I'm nowhere near that good.
Oh, but I think you are. I am completely serious, deadly earnest.
I totally read competitively serious.
We have competitions on an annual basis, and I've been coming out in the lead a couple of times now. Care to try me?
I can't take him seriously anymore. Not that I ever
well, he's
did.
not very good at competing for it, then. In any case. After seeing you at work, we were hoping that you would take part in our village tournament, the Devil Hunter Championship.
It's not a real tournament.
By tournament, you mean a monster battle? Yes? But the boy is too young for such a thing. And what's this about a devil? 'Tis nothing. A trifle. With his talent, he'll be completely fine. Please do consider my offer. Now, gentlemen, if you'll excuse me.
Hey, wait up! Ugh, oh, he's gone. Well, what should I do? Why not give it a try? You know, Snappy and Serrano make a fine combination. You'll be good in battle, I'm sure. Think about it, at least. Ugh, alright.
You got alright from okay.
Yes.
Our last show seemed to go very well.
Got $500 from it. Good job, Snappy. Believe in yourself.
Well, that's how much a cake costs, isn't it?
I feel like, yeah, no kidding. No, it only cost 100. She gave us 500.
Oh, that's right. So you can buy 5 cakes with how much it took to run the circus.
I feel like half her speech comes from like motivational calendars. She didn't really need to say believe in yourself. Oh my gosh, Helper, could you stop doing that?
The villagers are behind us, too. They've even said that they'll give us gadgets.
He's playing Skyrim and he's greeting people. Oh my goodness. Wow, how generous.
We have to try hard to live up to their expectations, Snappy. Let's hurry up and have a meeting. We'll set it as our next trick.
The meeting is the next trick? Wow.
Apparently so. We should be a little more effective. We should be more effective than a simple performance.
Okay.
You're not the only one having trouble reading, apparently, so...
Let me save real quick. Yeah.
Yeah, we're at 22 minutes. So.
Yeah, let me save. Somebody from work called me. I should probably call them back.
Yeah, probably so.
Uh...
Especially considering it's like, you know, well, for you now, it's like almost 2 o'clock on a work day, right? I mean, it's just...
It's almost 4.
Well, whatever. Oh, yeah,
anyways.
I lost track of time. Anyway.
We'll see you guys in the next video when we actually do cool stuff with training. Bye for now.
Bye, guys.